Hello there, welcome to the channel everybody, welcome back if you've been here before, welcome if you're new, and welcome all to the tour of my red rocket just outside of Sanctuary Hills. This is a no mods no creation clubs build, just done with vanilla and DLC assets. And yeah, just before we get into it, very quickly, I just want to say thank you to everybody for me hitting 150 subs recently. Been absolutely amazing. All the engagement, the likes, the subscribes, the watches, the views. It's absolutely boggles my mind. I will talk about it in length a bit more at the end of the video, but I just wanted to say thank you because I know you don't have to stick around at the end to hear me ramble. But yeah, thank you everybody. I really appreciate it, and I'm just blown away by it. It's brilliant. So yeah, before we get into the tour very quickly, a little bit of headcanon, a little bit of lore to go into this, the background of it. I originally had this built as a very sort of sturdy fortress, forward operating base that acted as sort of a danger filter for Sanctuary Hills. If something large and hostile was coming towards Sanctuary Hills, it would have to go through Red Rocket first. Now that was as I was building Sanctuary Hills up, so it made sense. But now that Sanctuary Hills is, a bit more built up, we have a perimeter wall, we have its own guard force, its own barracks and artillery fire post. We've scaled down Red Rocket, turned it into a bit more of a looking and listening post, where it can sort of observe and monitor things across the Commonwealth, whilst it can also act as more of a autonomous defence post for Sanctuary Hills. And the people who were originally here, they have now pushed forward to Starlight Drive-In, where they are setting up another forward operating base for the Minutemen. But yeah, with that out of the way, one last thing I did want to say actually is slightly inspired by that one man living on his own in the wasteland vibe of the Will Smith film I Am Legend. I rewatched that recently, so that fueled this a little bit. But anyway, with that said, let's get into the tour. Now we'll start in this main room, which is the sort of bedroom and office room. I've got this little Murphy bed, I believe that's what they're called, the folding beds that I've made. And it's tied up with these conduits. What happens is when the bed folds in, we just pull the wire through this conduit and knot it around here to pull the bed up. And but yeah, we do have the Minutemen issue carbine there, as well as some weights so they can stay in shape. It's important when you're in sort of a very enclosed one-man place to keep the mind and the body fresh. Over here we do have a little computer, a little terminal where we can give reports to Sanctuary Hills. It's where the gent who lives here, we just call him Carl, good old Carl. He keeps his journal on there, so we're not going to read it. We don't want to invade Carl's privacy. But as we come out here, this is our main area. We're just going to have a quick look around and then we'll talk through the areas. So this is our main sort of security and monitoring station. We've got a lot of computer equipment here to feed into these monitors. Now we can patch into a bunch of different cameras on these monitors throughout the Commonwealth. Some of them are hacked Institute cameras, some of them are just pre-war cameras that the Minutemen been able to hack into. Sturgis seems to have an astounding knack for computers and technology. It's almost unnatural, but we don't question it because, he's one of the good guys and he's working with us. But yeah, he can get pretty much any camera on these feeds, good old Sturgis. Now this is inspired by Asynth's power plant video in Sanctuary Hills. They rather had something set up like this. I was going to watch it so I could copy it, but I decided I wanted to do my own take, so I just tried to make something like it from what I remembered in my head. I will link the video that I'm talking about in the description. You should watch their series. It's Sanctuary Restoration, brilliant stuff. But yeah, thanks Asynth for the idea, and I'm happy with how that turned out. And then of course over here we've got a radio, so we can radio into a Minutemen command at the castle. And yeah, just various different instruments there for writing things down. Lots of telephones so we can ring through to any settlements. Little side piece there under the terminal. Got a one-armed bandit for our one-man band. Keep him entertained, something to do. A little aid station here. as well as their little mini bar there. Let's move over here. We do have within the fridge lots of meat stocked that comes through on supply lines. And just quickly we'll check out our restroom facilities. So we've got our outhouse toilet and plunger there, although I'm not sure that's going to do much there. And we've got some toiletries here by the sink. And of course up here we've got a little shower as well as a switch for it. Over here we do have a little hydroponics lab where we can grow some indoor plants as well as all of our fresh produce there. Lots of leaves and herbs and funguses for drying out and turning into tea. And then our little pantry area there. Our drinks bar there. And our little kitchenette here. Now I got on the phone to Detour and asked him for Construction Pete's details. He passed them over to me, so I had Construction Pete come in here, set up this little buffet rack for me, so I'm very pleased with how that's turned out. Thank you very much, Detour, for giving me Construction Pete's details. Over here we've got a little station where we can just look through the numbers in the book and call up to any place in the Minutemen hierarchy, the little network. Through here we have our reactor and our water pump, as well as a few different crops. Ah, there he is, the man himself, Carl. And of course we do have a fire extinguisher there, as fire safety is very important in the wasteland. In life in general, actually. Now before we go in there, we're going to go first upstairs. Got a little one person, one floor elevator, which takes us upstairs and out here. And as you can see, we've got some auto turrets around, some missile ones, so ready to lay down the pain if needs be. Now you will have noticed next to the security cameras we did have a switch that's wirelessly linked to these firework tubes. Everything in this settlement is wirelessly powered. I've been watching a lot of Eze recently, and he does some great things with like wireless power. I've been wanting to play around with that a bit more, so I think I'll be seeing a bit more of that in my future builds. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. I'll mention it as we go along. Got a little chill out area here where we can sit on a noon, do some grilling, just sit by the fire. I got this idea from Lancelot. Rather than putting the full fire barrel out here, we want something that, you know, dims visibility a bit. So we've got this little fire chimney, great design by Lancelot, I believe it was. Over here we've got a little area just to sit, have a drink, have a munch, look over Concord. You know, there's never been a camera built better than the Mark 1i, as they say. And yeah, just up here, got a few more turrets, as well as this little radio tower, so we can intercept any signals, keep an ear out across the Commonwealth. And we will go back downstairs, where we'll have a sticky beak out the garage. I haven't done much with this because there's a lot of really cool stuff in here that you can't build in the vanilla game, and I wanted to keep it all, so I've just basically added a few extra bits here, like a few junk items like oil cannon, sort of that stuff. But yeah, good old Carl, he is ready to go if needs be. He's got his little exercise bike there as well. But yeah, he's got some stuff ready to lay down the pain, getting his power armor step out there. He's got his one-handed shotgun there to go crazy with for his sidearm, and then his big gun to go with his power armor. And I seen Snickerdoodles do something similar to these double boxcar doors. He used them for like a window in his Somerville Place build challenge video. Thought that was a great idea, so I've nabbed that one, Snickerdoodles. Thanks very much for the idea, pal. So yeah, as you see, double layer of protection with the door. It's a third door. Yeah, triple layered security. Pretty neat, isn't it? I'm really pleased with how that's turned out. But yeah, so as far as the build goes, that's kind of it, really. If we just go over here, mind the shillers, we need to get rid of them. You'll see that the profile of it, when you're looking down on it from Concord, it's not really visible that there's much going on there. And even at night, there's not much light seeping through these bits, but as you see, this is our shower feeding into the ground. That's our little restroom, and you can see this is our little reactor room, and then of course our elevator shaft. And if we just go quickly in, as mentioned, so if we're sat here, we observe a large army come in. Bosh, we hit the switch, and as you'll see, that will set off the fireworks. We have both coloured fireworks and flares. The flares are to call in Minutemen to help defend Red Rocket and help defend everything else. And then, of course, anyone at Sanctuary Hills will see that and they'll know it's time to... Oh my god! Whoa, 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 whoa. There was a Deathclaw attacking Sanctuary Hills. I've never seen that before. What was it doing?
A few moments later.
Alright, I'm back. I've calmed myself down. I do apologise for that disturbance in service. But anyway, that was basically the end of the tour. So yeah, we've got Red Rocket set up here as a little forward operating base to make sure we can observe throughout the wasteland and make sure we can filter any danger that may or may not be on its way to Sanctuary Hills. I'm gonna just do the waffle bit that I usually do at the end of the videos now, so if you're not interested in hearing that, thank you very much for coming to the tour. I do hope you enjoyed. Give us a thumbs up, give us a comment, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and please do let me know what you enjoyed and what your favourite bits were. But yeah, just real talk, I guess. That's one of my favourite Fallout 4 settlement YouTubers says. It's been crazy doing this because I started playing this game like beginning of last year, 2024. Been hopelessly addicted to settlement building, and it's weird because this YouTube account is not my usual one. It's only what I use for posting my videos on, but there's all of these people that are now, you know, giving me tips and interacting with me on here that I was interacting with as a fan on my regular YouTube account, which is kind of weird, but like in a really nice, wholesome way. Everybody's been so great. So I really appreciate all the support from the other settlement builders on YouTube, just as well as all the settlement builders in general, people who are enthusiastic for this, people who enjoy watching it, people who come into the videos and liking and subscribing. It's amazing. I really appreciate it. When I started doing these, you know, I had literally my wife and my friend Link Shalish, a YouTuber. They were quite literally a captive audience. Like, I wouldn't order Link's a taxi home until I'd showed him my settlement, and my wife is unfortunately just stuck with me in general. But yeah, it's crazy that people are watching these of their own accord, and yeah, I just couldn't be more grateful for it. Hopefully we're going to see a few more videos in the new year. I was laid off in September, and I've now got a new job that I start in January, so I've had a lot of time to put into this, or more time than I anticipate I will in the new year, but we'll see how it goes. I'm hoping to get 2 videos out a week, but that's ambitious, so it might just be 1 a week or 1 a fortnight, but we'll see. Anyway, that's it. That's my waffle. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for 150 subs. I hope you've all enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like, a subscribe, drop us a comment with your favourite part, and yeah, if I don't hear from you, if you don't hear from me before, then have a happy new year. I hope you all had a lovely Christmas, and yeah, take care. I'll see you in the next one. Ta-ra. Oh dear, dear me indeed.